Did you know that after more than 4 decades in orthopedic surgery and rehabilitation, I have seen a pattern so clear and so urgent that it changes the way we think about aging entirely? My colleagues and I, surgeons from across the United States and around the world, have watched thousands of bodies age. Some remain strong and steady well into their 80s, while others lose their balance, strength, and independence far sooner than expected. Despite what every health app, fitness influencer, and wellness trend keeps repeating, just walk more, the science, the clinical outcomes, and the lived experience of real patients tell a different story. Walking is excellent for your heart and your mood, yes, but walking alone does not rebuild lost muscle, it does not restore reaction speed, and it does not retrain the balance systems that deteriorate silently after age 65. I'm Dr. John, and today I'm revealing the 7 exercises that actually protect your independence. The first thing we must address is your body's internal navigation system, known medically as proprioception. Think of proprioception as your built-in GPS. It tells your brain where your feet are without you having to look at them. It's what allows you to walk across a dim living room or step off a curb safely. But beginning around age 65, the sensory receptors in your ankles and feet start sending fuzzier signals to the brain. Even if you walk daily, studies show this decline can reach 25%.
To fix this, we use the heel-to-toe walk. It sounds simple, but it forces your brain and body to recalibrate in real time, sharpening the communication between your feet and your central nervous system. Stand near a counter, fix your gaze ahead, and place the heel of one foot directly against the toes of the other for 15 to 20 steps. That wobble you feel? That's your nervous system relearning how to stabilize you. If you're ready to sharpen your GPS, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Now let's move to the movement that predicts your future independence.
When I speak with patients in their late 60s or 70s, I often ask a question that surprises them with its simplicity. Can you stand up from that chair without using your hands? Many smile, attempt it, and then realize just how revealing this little test truly is. What they don't know is that the humble chair stand tells me more about their long-term independence than almost any lab test or fitness tracker. After age 65, the body undergoes a transformation that most people underestimate. The muscles responsible for lifting us, the quadriceps and glutes, begin losing strength at a faster rate than almost any other group. This decline, known as sarcopenia, can quietly reduce your strength by nearly 3% each year. You might notice the signs, needing to push off the armrests or feeling a slight strain when getting out of a car. In the United States, where our independence is deeply woven into our identity, driving ourselves, cooking, or walking into church, losing this strength chips away at our freedom. To reverse this, perform 10 to 12 controlled chair stands daily. The secret is the descent. Lowering yourself slowly is what actually rebuilds those vital muscle fibers. However, strength alone isn't enough. You need the hinges of your body to move freely. I am talking about your hips. Most falls in older adults don't happen while moving forward. They happen sideways or during a twist. This is why standing hip circles are essential.
As we age, the small stabilizing muscles around the hip tighten, restricting our movement. When you lift your knee and draw a slow circle in the air, you are oiling a stiff hinge. This dual action teaches your standing leg to stabilize while the other moves, giving you the lateral stability needed to catch yourself if you slip on a wet spot or a shifting rug. My patients who do this report a renewed trust in their own bodies. If you're finding this helpful, please comment number 1 below. Now, let's talk about instant strength. Throughout my career as an orthopedic surgeon, I have treated hundreds of fractures caused by falls that happened in an instant too quick for slow, deliberate muscle strength to help you. I've seen wrists shattered while trying to catch a stumble, and hips broken from a minor sideways slip on a smooth kitchen floor. These injuries happen in a heartbeat, where your body must generate force immediately, not after thinking, but right away. This ability, known medically as rate of force development, is the single most overlooked element of fall prevention in older adults. Many people in their late 60s and 70s can walk comfortably, yet still lack the rapid reactive strength needed to brace themselves when a misstep occurs. Ordinary walking simply does not train this skill. This is why the isometric wall press is so essential.
Isometric exercises are unique because they strengthen muscles without movement. By pressing your palms firmly against a wall at shoulder height, as if trying to move it, you activate entire chains of muscle, from your hands through your shoulders, down into your core, and into your legs. You are training your nervous system to fire all at once. Hold that effort for 15 seconds while breathing steadily. It builds the reactive strength that shows up exactly when you need it most. This leads us to the ultimate test of your longevity, the single leg balance.
In my office, a patient's ability to stand on one foot for 10 seconds tells me more than a folder full of medical charts. It is a window into your eyesight, inner ear, and core stability working as one. By the mid-60s, many Americans lose this reflexive balance, not because they aren't trying, but because everyday locking doesn't challenge the system enough. By practicing this daily, even with a finger on the counter for safety, you are waking up deep stabilizers and sharpening the nerve pathways to your brain. Balance is the guardian of your independence. If you're still with me, please comment number 1 below. Now, let's look at the movement that helps you climb back into life.
As an orthopedic surgeon who has spent decades watching how age changes the way Americans move through their homes, I can tell you that one of the most underestimated challenges of growing older has nothing to do with running or lifting weights. It has to do with something far simpler: elevation. Stepping into a car, climbing onto a curb, or walking up the front porch. These are small everyday movements that demand a powerful combination of leg strength and joint stability. After age 65, these abilities begin to decline more noticeably, even in adults who walk regularly. Walking keeps you moving forward, but stepping up requires lifting your entire body weight and stabilizing yourself at a higher level. This is exactly why the step up on a low step is a medical necessity. By practicing 10 repetitions on a 4 to 6 inch step, you are training your power team, the quads, hamstrings, and glutes, to handle this transition smoothly. The secret is the slow, controlled descent. This deliberate motion is where the real strengthening happens, teaching your muscles to stabilize your joints. When my patients regain this ability, they stop avoiding outings and start moving toward life again. But what holds all these movements together? It is your core. I am not talking about six-pack abs, I mean the deep muscles that act like a supportive corset for your spine. Most people feel their core weakening as a wobble or an unsteadiness when carrying groceries.
Gentle core bracing is the solution, and you don't even need to get on the floor to do it. Stand tall and tighten your stomach as if you are preparing for a calf. Hold the tension for 10 seconds while breathing normally. This anticipatory activation teaches your brain to turn on your stabilizers before you move your limbs. It is the missing link that protects your lower back and makes every other exercise more effective. If you are ready to feel that inner anchor, type 1 in the comments. Now, let's bring the complete picture together.
As we bring these 7 essential movements together, I want to leave you with a message grounded in 40 years of medical practice. Your strength, balance, and mobility are not fixed by your age. They are shaped by the choices you make every single day. Far too many people in America have been led to believe that decline is an inevitable part of crossing the threshold of 65. That weak legs, unsteady steps, and a shrinking world are just part of the package. But I have seen remarkable, life-changing transformations in patients well into their 80s and 90s. When you commit to these small, purposeful movements, you aren't just exercising in the traditional sense. You are reawakening the biological systems that keep you upright, moving, and free. Individually, these exercises are powerful tools. Together, they form a comprehensive protective shield against injury and the loss of dignity. The heel-to-toe walk sharpens your internal GPS. Chair stands rebuild your rising power. Hip circles restore your lateral mobility. The wall press grants you instant reaction speed. Single leg balance provides the quiet stability needed for life's surprises. Step-ups allow you to navigate the world's elevations, and core bracing reinforces the very foundation that holds your body together. This system requires no expensive gym membership, no specialized equipment, and very little of your time, just 15 minutes of focused attention.
It requires only the belief that your body is still capable of progress. I have never met a patient too old to improve. I have only met patients who were told that improvement was no longer possible. Your future is not determined by the number of years you've lived, but by the strength of the habits you build today. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 movements will you start today? Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned in the comments below, so we can support each other on this journey. If you enjoyed this guide, please leave a 1. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join our community of seniors who choose to stay strong. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.